right, everyone. Well, today we are going to be using diagrams to compare. So today our learning target says, let's use bar graphs and diagrams to solve compare problems. So our warm-up for today, we're going to be doing a notice and wonder. What kind of graph is this? So on the next slide, I'm going to show you some graphs. I want you to take a minute and think about it. What do you notice? What do you wonder? And then I'm going to jot down some of your ideas. Okay, so take a minute. And when you're ready, tell me what you notice or wonder. Yes.
Easy time for me to go. Oh, I noticed that it's a bar graph, but I wonder why is it on its side?
Ooh, that's a really good question.
I noticed that at the top they're all blue. The top graphic, all the bars are blue.
I noticed there are some missing numbers on the bottom ones. I see question marks.
Oh yeah.
So I think numbers go there, but we don't know.
Ooh, that's a great noticing.
I didn't see that.
We don't know.
I noticed that somebody had a party that says party.
Yeah, someone's having a, it looks like a party. What kind of party do you think it is?
It's a birthday
Birthday party.
Yeah, birthday
Or
party.
some are a pool party. I just went to a pool party.
Yeah, they
nice.
have lemonade and fruit punch in this summer.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So guys, what are some things that you might be wondering?
Well, how come it has apple twice? At the top it has apple, and then at the bottom
Three.
it says apple.
It says three
Oh,
times.
it says apple again.
You guys are noticing it here, here, and here. So three.
Ooh, it says grape 3 times 2. It's grape.
Yeah.
So you see grape 3 times on here also?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I wonder how many people were at the party.
Ooh,
yeah.
That's a really good question.
I wonder why it says 8 on that grape and the other one says 8 too, but one's cut a bunch of little pieces and one's a big piece.
Oh yeah, did you guys notice that?
Yeah.
So like this one's kind of divided up and this one's just,
Yeah.
huh.
And the top says 15 too, next to apple. 15 and then 15.
Huh, I wonder what that means.
Why is it green?
Huh. Aren't apples supposed to be red?
Well, my
Wait a minute. I've had a green apple before.
Yeah, I thought the
They're sour.
Yeah.
But why not? Well, I only see apple and grape at the bottom, but I see fruit punch and lemonade, and I like lemonade and fruit punch too.
Yeah, they're not in
Yeah.
those
Why
bars.
are those not on
They
there?
left them out.
That's not nice. The people, I think those are people. It says number of students who like it. So maybe this is school. This is school. It says students. It says students. So at parties you don't say students. It says 8 at the bottom for grape.
Oh yeah.
It's at the 8 at the top too.
So, okay, I see.
Oh.
Ooh.
How many people are at or in
Hey,
this class?
Same thing with the apple. The graph says 15 for the apple, and then that's the number that's on the bottom.
Oh wow. So are, you guys are noticing that what's up here matches what's down here?
Yeah, I agree with
What's
us on
this?
that. I don't see bar graphs like that. They usually go this way.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
yeah.
was it on this side?
Yeah.
And like, and the same thing that's down there when it's cut up at the bottom on the left. Is that maybe?
Yeah.
Why it's cut up at the top too, but that one's not cut up.
Yeah.
Oh,
It kind of
interesting.
looks like a number line right here.
the question mark represents?
We don't know?
Yeah.
Well, if I wanted to make the grade the same as the 15, then that I would need to fill those
Trace
boxes.
those lines.
You can count
Trace
true.
those lines.
Mhm.
Count those lines.
Mhm.
Yeah, like how many more the students would I need
Oh.
to get to say they like grape as much as they like apple? Who likes grape juice like that?
It's not apples.
It's not.
I like grape juice.
Yeah.
As much as I
We are going to be moving into our first activity today. Are you ready to party?
Yeah.
Party
Oh,
time.
party.
So for party time, we are going to look at this graph here. Yes. So a soccer team is having a party. The coach asks the players if they would like hot dogs, burgers, or pizza. The responses are shown on this graph. So what I'm going to have you all do now is in your folder, if you'll open up your folder, you're going to see a paper that has the same graph on it. I want you to take that out.
Oh, I thought you were
See
saying
that? Yeah.
Okay, this one.
And what you're going to do is you are going to cut out the bars and you're going to lay them on your desk. And when you're finished doing that, I want you just to look at the bars and think about how you can compare them. Okay? So you have scissors in the middle.
Like what we do in ELA when we say like seeing which one's different.
Like comparing and contrasting.
Oh,
Yeah, good connection there.
Do we cut the blue bars or the white bars?
Well, you're going to cut the blue bars.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do I leave pizza on?
You're going to do it however you want. Thank you for sharing scissors. So, as you are looking at the bars on your desk, what are some comparison statements that we can make about the three bars?
More people like pizza than burgers.
Oh, how do you know that?
Because my pizza line is longer than the burgers.
Oh, very good.
Hot dogs are liked more than burgers, but less than pizza.
Ooh, how did you figure that out?
Because when I put the hot dog bar in the middle, I see that it's in the middle. So it's like smaller than the pizza one, but it's bigger than the burgers.
Very good. What else?
Burgers are fewer than pizza
Did you all notice that? How do you know that it's fewer?
because it fits on it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love that you did that.
Ooh. Hot dogs. No, pizza is 5 more than hot dogs.
How did you figure that out?
Because the graph told me that hot dogs is 14. So I wrote 14 on my bar, and then it told me that pizza is 19, and then I counted on it. I said 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and that was right.
Wow, good job.
So smart.
You are smart.
If you put burgers by hot dogs, you can make it longer than pizza.
Oh, wow. Try that, guys.
Burgers.
That's awesome. Good job. Okay, so now that you have your bars cut out, what I want you to do in activity 1, for A, I want you to glue down the 2 bars that compare the number of students who picked hot dogs to the number who picked hamburgers. Then, I want you to write 2 statements that compare the number of students who picked hot dogs to the number who picked burgers. So does anyone want to share out what they wrote? using words like fewer, more?
Less people liked burgers.
Less.
The number of students that chose burgers was less than hot dogs.
Excellent. So how do you all know, by either looking at the diagram or the numbers, how do you know that it was less?
The burger bar is smaller.
Good.
Yeah.
Excellent. Good job. Yes. Diagrams can help represent and compare problems. You can use rectangles like the bars in a bar graph to represent the bigger amount, the smaller amount, and the difference. Alright, so we're going to be moving into activity 2. This is also called party time. You're going to use the data from the party time graph to complete some more diagrams. So I want you to look at activity 2, and I want you to answer the questions based on the graph. You have A and B on the front, and then you have C and D on the back.
It looks like hot dogs is almost as much as pizza, so I think that's burgers.
Ooh.
Yeah, because if I do that, draw a line,
Oh, I like that you're comparing it that way.
oh, I did this over here. 6 more. No, oh, that was not that. Yeah, but I did it different. I did 8, and then I counted on, so I got to 19. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So then 11. So 8 plus something equaled 19, and that was 11.
Oh, you're smart. Because when you did that on the back, I was like, oh, well, I couldn't really, I didn't know how to do that one that I did before, so I just counted the people up to 19.
Yeah, I did that too. But with
Little jumps, so I don't have to do people.
Great job. Great job. And I love hearing the conversations that you were having at your table. So, how did you figure out what food was being compared to pizza? I know that was a question that we had earlier. Who wants to explain that again?
I had to look back at this graph.
Yeah?
Yeah, and then I drew a line down where the end of hot dog was, because I thought maybe it's hot dog, and it lined up with the 14.
And the like,
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I did that too. No, to figure out.
Just to figure out what this 14 represented, right?
Mm.
Yes.
Is that what the question was?
Yes.
I did it different. With the hot dogs I drew a line down. Yeah, no, I did it the same. Just kidding.
Very good.
I figured it out because the one before that was smaller, right? It was smaller, and I knew that was burgers, and I knew that the biggest one was 19. So I said, the only thing left is hot dogs. And I was like, oh, hot dogs. And then I was like, oh, yeah, it's right, it's 14. Yeah, it got to be hot dogs.
y'all to